you chat?
Always.
Hello.
Hello. Tell me something interesting.
Something interesting. We had a busy weekend.
Busy weekend.
It was little Miles's.
First birthday.
Miles's?
Yes, Miles's. Miles's? Yeah.
Miles's. If you say it enough, it starts to sound like wood cheese.
Miles's. It was
Okay.
Miles's first birthday party.
The magnificent Miles.
Our very good friend Morgan's little baby. And I'm, spoiler alert, his godmother. My godson.
It's your, yeah. Are you going to do something like really special
I should.
for his actual birthday?
I should. Okay, well.
You're like, come to think of it.
Don't tell Miles, anyone.
Miles is like, you've come to my party. You brought the gift like everybody else. What
sets
distinguishes you?
apart? What makes you different than everyone else?
What do your duties include?
I mean, old school, it was probably that like I was going to be responsible for his religious upbringing and or be his guardian. God forbid a million times if something were to happen. But I think now it's just an honor.
Oh.
I held him during his baptism.
Did he like that or did he squirm away?
He actually didn't squirm away. He was totally fine.
Did he like the water splashing?
They do it a little different now. It was like a group baptism. So like
you did it too?
No. No, like there were multiple young children and babies being baptized.
Thought you meant the whole family gets dipped. I was like, what an event.
No, so it's like they just like put the water on them. It's not like a full submersion. Like I've seen photos of my own baptism and I looked like I was being waterboarded.
Oh,
it wasn't
really?
the sort of vibe.
This is more of just a little sprinkle.
It was, yeah,
Interesting.
a shower, if you will.
Maybe they've sort of, never mind.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say maybe they've realized like babies don't have that many sins.
Maybe this is like the baptism light.
You know, like you might be born a little sinny, but we're just going to do
We're
a
going
quick
to wash
sprinkle.
that off. Yeah, so we had Miles' birthday party. So fun.
He's a 1-year-old baby.
And
It does feel like he was born yesterday.
See, I was actually thinking, and it doesn't.
Really?
He's like the first one. The year felt like a year.
Well, a lot has happened to you this year.
Yeah.
I think that might be why.
It's just like a busy year.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like, oh yeah, that was a year ago. Like I remember when Jack turned 1, I was like, whoa.
What's crazy is that it feels like a year for the twins for me. They feel like they're a year old and they're only a month younger than Miles.
Oh yeah, they've been here forever.
Like Miles feels like a little baby and the twins feel like toddlers.
Oh, see, no, they all feel like they are 1 year old.
Really?
Like the twins have always been here. Miles has always been here.
And the world turns on.
And the world turns on. Yeah, so we had a busy weekend. I don't know if that was interesting, but
Oh, you wanted something more interesting?
I don't know.
Here's an interesting thing. Mike and I are watching TV in bed the other night. And by TV I mean Big Brother.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And one of the guys is leaving. It's a guy. And he's like kind of a bro-y guy, not like a
Fratty.
meathead, yeah, but like a little. And he's saying goodbye when they get evicted from the house. They say goodbye to everybody who lives there.
Bye, bye, bye.
And I noted it was interesting the different way that he hugged people.
Oh, is this what sparked your research on hugging, male
Mm-hmm.
hugging specifically?
Male hugging research.
Oh, okay. This was interesting.
Because he likes all the girls, he hugs the same way. But the hugs between men vary vastly.
Wow.
And with some of them, he gives the little like hand clap, you know, at the chest.
Yep.
And then like the pull in for a hug and a clap on the back.
I believe Tyler called it dabbing them up.
Yeah. Is it dap or dab?
Not sure. Just for the listener at home, my side of this is I'm asleep one evening. I wake up the next morning to 14 texts in our group text of Rachel, Mike, Tyler, and me. And it starts with Rachel saying, Tyler, how do you tug? Tug.
Tyler, how do you tug? That sounds dirty.
I know. Tyler, how do you hug insert people? Your dad, your brothers, your friends. And because these sort of things happen all the time, I never even asked you why you were curious.
No, Jonna just wakes up in the morning. I don't even know if you go through the messages.
What do I do? I read them.
You just see there's a ton and you're like, miss something big.
I read them. I was like, but you ask these sort of questions frequently that I wasn't even like, huh, that's strange. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. She was laying in bed wondering how everyone hugs.
So, yeah, it is. I think it's Dab, I think. He kept saying it with a P.
Did he? I don't. Again, I was asleep during these texts.
Dab them up.
Something.
Where you give
hand
the
clasp and pull them in.
Yeah. Hand clasp, pull in, clap on the back. Yes. Yeah. Classic guy hug. Mm-hmm. So I say to Mike, like, it's so weird how he hugs guys in the house differently. And I was like, is there some sort of like male hugging like
etiquette
that you're taught as a boy that like
as a boy? Does Jack need to go to one of his classes
needs to
soon?
learn? Yeah, like should he be dabbing people up? And Mike was like, I mean, kind of like you're not just gonna go in for and I kept calling it an arms out hug.
Arms out.
Meaning like your arms are out, you're like ready to embrace someone fully.
I think that's an embrace. That's probably a good way to call it.
That's like a full hug.
Yeah.
How normal people hug.
Yep. Hugs.
Basic hugs.
Yep.
And like, of course, girls hug each other differently depending on who it is. Mm-hmm. I feel like more of like kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Is that the same as a dap?
I think that's regional though. I will say.
What is?
The kiss on the cheek.
Is regional?
I don't know if every part of the country does the kiss on the cheek.
Is this something you're making up?
No, I just think it's like something. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Well, I'm not familiar enough. I don't kiss people on the cheek who live in other parts of the country. My cashier when I'm buying groceries when I'm in LA. Thanks, Mary.
Any listeners from other parts of the country, not the Midwest, are you kissing your girlfriends on the cheek when you say hello, goodbye?
Yeah.
You know when it's like a side, like cheek to cheek, like you're not like
just not lips to cheek. Not lips to cheek.
That's not what we're saying.
Cheek
you make
to cheek.
The kissing noise, but your cheeks have touched.
Yeah, just like a cheers with your cheek.
A cheek cheers.
Yeah, like a little clink.
Okay, back to the gentleman.
So like girls have different etiquette with that. You're not going to like give a big hug at all times. Also, it's more time consuming. Like when you're just saying goodbye, it's like a quick like love ya.
Yeah.
You know? And Mike was like, yeah, like full hug is not really okay for just anyone.
Really okay.
And I was like you just like if you wanted to not do that like dab hug, it would be weird with some people. He would be like, and he was like, yes, definitely. Like you have to just a nice little like pat on the back, good to see ya kind of hug. And I said like, how do you distinguish? And he was like, it's just a vibe that all guys hopefully understand. And I was like, do you hug your dad that way? And he was like, I do not hug my dad that way. He's like, but you grow up hugging your dad like a little kid would. So like, then you're not going to change and be like,
broy,
hello, dad.
Yo.
And he was like, and I was like, do you hug my dad that way or my brother that way? And he was like, no, full hugs for them. And I was like, what about Tyler? And he was like, full hug for Tyler.
Full hug, Miggy.
And I was like, fascinating. So then I texted Tyler and that's where the research began.
Yeah, he said, interestingly, full hugs everyone but his brothers. He and his brothers do the broy hug.
Broy hug for brothers.
Which is interesting. Maybe because they weren't hugging a lot as small children.
They weren't a huggy family.
Like, I just don't know if little boys hug little boys as much.
Well, you obviously have not seen Jack with his 2-month-old cousin Dominic.
True.
Because he wants to squeeze that little baby like a pimple.
He's like, ah!
No, Dominic is like, no, thank you.
I have tiny organs. Please.
Look at me. I'm really small.
Very fragile. Look at me, Jack.
Can you see me?
I can't even hold my head up.
Jack's like brings over trucks and he's like, here, you take one. And he's like staring at him blankly. He's like, God, this thing doesn't do anything.
Why are you so boring?
Why was everyone so excited for your arrival?
You don't do anything.
I think little boys are huggy if they're huggy personalities.
Yeah.
My brother was always hugging me. Ugh.
You are not a huggy person.
No.
You stiffen when about to be hugged.
It depends on if it's a wanted hug or not. Like
like
someone who is being assaulted.
No, but
they
like,
they stiffen up when they don't want it.
sometimes we'll be together literally an hour and I'm about to hug you and you're like, geez, it's been an hour. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Why are we hugging right now?
I'm just saying. I'm like, bye. You're like, ugh. Recoil.
It just is too much sometimes.
Not for me.
I'm huggy
hugs.
in the right setting.
Which is?
When you're actually saying goodbye to someone, thanking someone, appreciative, sorry, when it's warranted.
Sorry hugs are random. I don't know if I've ever given a sorry hug. Like, usually people are kind of annoyed even when you're apologizing. So it's like, all right, get in here.
No, not when you're sorry. When you're sorry for them. Like,
oh, like a grief-stricken person.
yeah, or like something sad
I
happened.
thought like saying you're sorry for something.
They got a demotion at work.
God,
Sorry.
I thought you meant like, I'm
Sorry I hit you with my car. Come on in. Get in here.
Sorry about that.
No. That's exactly a time that I would not want to hug.
Can you imagine a stranger hits you and then they're like, get in here?
I also don't like hugging people who like don't have the right vibe.
Go on.
I just feel like some people have like an awkward like body language.
Like
and
they're uncomfortable.
And I don't want to hug. I don't want to touch their awkward body language. Like I don't want to come into that space.
Okay.
You do.
I don't mind a hug no matter the day, the time.
The person, the homeless man that you just bought water bottles for at the gas station.
I will not hug him. He seems lovely, but is not very clean.
But if he were clean, you might consider.
I don't know. It's for a different time and place.
I just don't give out hugs as freely as you.
I thought you were going to say don't give out water.
Or waters. So was Tyler intrigued by this question of the male hugging?
He too was like, this is just what Rachel thinks. Like the next morning I was like, what was it about? He's like, I'm not sure. She was curious about hugs. And then he was discussing the different people he gives full hugs to. Like our little puppies.
Well, dogs. I mean, that would be really weird to grab their paw. Bring it in, Fran.
She's like, what? Yeah. Hugging etiquette. Think about it, guys. Ask
It's just
your
something that like
loved ones.
men learn over time, apparently. Or maybe not. Maybe there's some men who just full hug everyone.
Hug with abandon. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. To hug without concern. Why can't we all hug?
That's the world you want to live in.
Yeah.
You want to give like a full hug, like a squeezy.
Well, I don't like to be squeezed, but like a hug is nice. It's healthy, they say. Sometimes I'll literally go in to give you a hug and you're like, ugh.
Because it's not the right time.
We're saying goodbye. I don't know when the time would be.
Like my arms are full. You're like, how about a hug? I'm like, what? I'm carrying 4 things right now.
I'm just going to hug around them.
What a great hug. I'm literally carrying like 4 platters on my way out the door. And you're like, and a hug, please. I'm like, oh, not sure how I'm supposed to use my arms for this.
Just you stay there.
No, really. You're like, it's okay. I'll hug you. And then you tell me I stiffen up. All right. I have an icebreaker for you.
What is it?
You can only pick 2 free things for life.
Okay.
Entirely free.
$0.
1, gas.
Got it.
2, makeup. 3, drinks, including alcohol. So like
drinks anywhere. Like the ones we purchase for our home.
Yep.
And at restaurants.
Drinks. Coffee, booze. 4, massages. 5, house cleaning.
Okay.
6, pizza.
Well, let me see the ones I'm not going to pick. It'll help me eliminate. I'm not going to pick pizza. I'm not going to pick massages.
Really?
I love massages, but I'm just trying to be economical and like the amount of massages I would get.
I think you would go more.
No, just like time
It's free.
wise. Like I wouldn't have sometimes it's like a timing thing. I can pick 2.
Yep.
I'm not going to pick makeup. I'm going to pick gas and drinks. Just from an economical perspective.
Fascinating.
Those are probably the things that I interact with the most on that list and would get the most money out of.
So to avoid that, I'm thinking I'd get an electric car.
But you end up paying the electricity to charge it at home.
Not as much as gas.
Yeah, and then you need like the charging station. I drive so much. There needs to be a charging station where you go.
Okay, I'm saying for me.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a bad idea, but go off.
I'm not going to waste it on gas because I'm getting an electric car.
Okay.
And so then I can get free massages and free house cleaning.
I was torn on house cleaning.
I would get a massage once a week and I would get my house cleaned twice a week.
I'm going to extra revise. I'm going to say...
No. You've already picked.
No, I'm revising.
No.
You didn't say you can't revise. You said no. You didn't say no revisions.
You've already picked.
I'm picking drinks and house cleaning.
You don't even drink alcohol a lot.
The amount of drinks that you purchase, like I like to have drinks in the house for other people. Coffee. We go through a lot of coffee. Tyler drinks beer. We get drinks when we go out. Like I would literally get a Starbucks every single day.
Just like unlimited beverages.
Yeah. I love beverages. I can't leave the house without one. I get very panicked if I'm in a car without a beverage.
You do.
Like, I just think I would save so much money and the amount of drinks I would have.
Interesting.
Like sometimes I'm like, oh God, I can't stop for a drink. I just gotta have my water. Oh, yes, I can. It's free.
I just feel like what would really add to my life would be free house cleaning, free massages.
Yeah, the house cleaning, I agree with you. Because I was thinking like, oh, okay, I get my house cleaned once a month.
No,
So
you get it clean more.
Yeah, like I would get it cleaned more. Okay.
And like massage anytime you want, it's free.
I hear you. It's just sometimes hard to find like, not, this is gonna sound like I'm like, oh no, like I would get more massages right now, not even because of the finances, if I could find the fucking time.
All right.
And that's that.
I was going to say, speaking of, you don't even drink alcohol. I thought this was so weird when we were at a bar the other night. They carded me because I ordered a drink.
Yeah.
So they carded everyone at the table. But they asked for my ID and I didn't bring it in. Because like, I don't know. I didn't even bring in a bag.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't serve you. I'm so sorry. Like, we've had the...
Police department notify us they're going to be running stings.
And I was like, what does that even mean?
It means that they're going to... The police department is... What I think is weird, actually, is that the police department told them they're doing it. Like, the idea of a sting is that you're catching someone doing something, not knowing.
Like, they gave them a heads up.
Yeah, like, it's like telling your kid, like, just so you know, I'm going to check your location tonight.
So, like, at a college part, like, the police are going to come in and card everyone there?
No, it usually means, like, they're going to send someone undercover, like a younger cop who could be on the cusp to order. And because you're supposed to, the law, you've probably seen those signs everywhere. It's like the law is you should card
here we
everyone.
Go. Rules, Regina.
No, like I don't really give a shit. I think it's actually so annoying when I get carded because like I'm 33, but restaurants for their liquor licenses are supposed to card everyone. So you can get in trouble if you're serving alcohol having not carded. So they'll send someone in to order drinks, not card them, serve them a drink, get a ticket.
I see. But like me with this group of everyone else is in their 30s.
That's probably what they're going to do though. Because it's not, the law says they have to card you.
It doesn't matter who you're with.
It doesn't matter who you're with, and it doesn't matter that they've served you and you're over 21. It's that they didn't card you. That's the offense. So they're probably being very strict about carding, which like, please, I mean, go for it, sure. But like, don't warn them. It literally is like telling your kid you're going to check their location so that they don't sneak out. Well, duh, they're never going to sneak out. You're checking their location.
Well, you don't want them to sneak out.
But like, if you think they're sneaking out, don't tell them and just catch them somewhere else.
No. Just tell them so they don't sneak out. Hey, FYI, don't do it. I'm looking.
But like, then they're not doing it because they weren't planning on it. They're not doing it because they're going to get caught. So like in 2 months when they're like, oh, you're not looking anymore, back to sneaking out, back to not carding.
I just thought it was weird that like he couldn't just give me a drink.
In his defense, he doesn't know that you're not part of the sting. And then he gets in trouble.
But couldn't he get in trouble for then saying like, we're afraid of a sting if I was a stinger?
No.
A stingray?
If there's a stingray in the water, no. Because he's still not doing the thing. Doesn't matter why he's not doing it.
Yeah, I just thought it was so weird that like you're still getting carded, and then when you don't have your ID, it's like.
It happened to me literally at my birthday dinner last year. Do you remember that?
Where were we?
Stony River.
Yes, I do.
We went out to dinner for my birthday. I ordered my usual spicy margarita. Didn't bring my ID because I'm not paying for this dinner. It's not my birthday. I mean, it's my birthday.
It's my birthday. I don't need my wallet.
Like I don't even think I brought like a very small bag with like a lipstick on my phone. And they're like, sorry, we can't serve you. Everyone else at the dinner was enjoying their drinks and I was sipping my Diet Coke. I was like, okay.
Was your ID at home or in the car?
I think it was at home. I think I like didn't bring it.
At all.
If I'm not like part of the logistics and or paying, what do I need this wallet for?
Well, yeah, my ID was in the car, which was like a couple blocks away. And I obviously could have gone to get it. I didn't want to drink that badly. I was just like, oh, okay. This is like so crazy.
Yeah.
We're still really enforcing these rules.
It's because you look so young.
I'm really youthful.
They were like, you could be 20.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to revisit. I know we talked about the Emily Kiser story a couple weeks ago, but more has come to light.
True.
And it's really crazy.
It's really crazy that I was right, that he was a piece of shit.
Okay, let me just sum it up here. So originally, no one really knew what happened. Emily Kiser is the like social media influencer. She posts like her whole life on Instagram and TikTok. And so she stopped posting for a little while in
May.
And people were like, what's going on? Are they okay? Did something happen to one of her kids? Because when you post every single day,
it's weird when you
it's
stop.
weird, which like who can live under that pressure? Maybe I just didn't feel up to it today.
Not when you're making money from it.
I guess. So anyway, turns out her son, Trig, who was 3, had drowned in her pool at home when he was home with just her husband and their new baby, who was like a month old at the time. And that's pretty much all we knew. Like there were all these stories coming out saying that the husband was going to be
charged with a misdemeanor of child abuse. But
they were going to bring charges against him for child abuse. And so we discussed it a couple weeks ago before the details came out. And we were like, well, I was like, I don't know if we can like say it's abuse without knowing exactly what happened. Like crazy shit happens and who knows. But the police report came out.
It did.
And I'll sum it up here. So at like 6 o'clock, Emily Kiser leaves the house to go to dinner with friends. This whole tragedy happens at like 6:23. So like this dad is home with his 2 children for 20 minutes and shit goes awry. He says in the report, he makes dinner for the 3-year-old Trig. He says pancakes. They sit down, have dinner. He's like feeding the 1-month-old a bottle and they're watching the Knicks playoff game. So he tells the police in his statement that they're watching a basketball game together. He finishes his pancakes and asks if he can go play outside. And he's like, go play outside, but like stay by the window. So he's like watching the game, feeding the infant, looking at him playing outside, which seems like something that happens really regularly, like all the time. And he, after some time, realizes Trig has drowned, runs outside, pulls him out of the water, brings him in. And so he does like CPR on him, calling 911. Police show up. They start to do CPR, call in for like ambulance.
They transport him, take him to the hospital.
Yes. And so at this time, like while they're trying to resuscitate him, they're asking the dad, Brady Kiser, what happened. And he says exactly that. Like, I made him dinner. He asked if he could go play outside. I looked outside. And how long did he say in his report?
Like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah. He was like, he must have been out there for like 4 or 5 minutes tops. And like, this is what happened. He keeps just saying like a few minutes. And so the baby gets transported. Brady goes with him. Emily Kiser, the mom, gets called, goes to the hospital. So they're both interviewed at the hospital. He tells the same story. Couple days later, he tells the same story. So his story is really like consistent, which is normally a good sign. Unfortunately, then Trigg dies after being at the hospital for a couple days.
Mm-hmm. So sad.
Which is so horrible. And so they're doing some more investigating. They bring Brady in to be like, we need like a real rundown of the day. Like, you know, we've kind of interviewed you like
haphazardly.
So they bring him in. This is probably like a week later, and say like what happened that day, etc. So he gives the whole rundown. He says the pool cover, which is like a Catch-A-Kid.
It's like a net.
It's like a net that this family has a sponsorship with, of course. So like they were posting apparently that like they have this pool cover, but he says that the pool cover wasn't on that night because they were coming to clean the pool the next morning. Pool gets cleaned on Tuesdays. Apparently that story was corroborated, by the way, because the pool cleaning group showed up the next day when the police were at the house to clean.
Which is actually worse, that he knew that it wasn't on.
Totally. So he's like, it wasn't on. It normally is on, but it wasn't. And he's like, exactly what I said happened. We have all of this security footage, so like maybe you should review that. And the police were like, so we did review the security cameras, and that's why we're interviewing you again today, because the story that the security footage shows is not matching up with your story.
Which honestly, I don't even think he was being shady. I think like when you're in a crisis, time slows down.
Totally.
Like I don't think he was lying. I think he thought it was 4 or 5 minutes and the security camera told another tale.
So what actually happened was Trigg goes outside to play in the backyard. He's playing as normal and trips on an inflatable pool floaty and falls in the water and spends about 2 to 3 minutes on the camera, like splashing, trying to swim. And then about 3 minutes face down in the pool.
Makes me sick.
So for a total of, from the time that he fell in the pool and was out there playing, 10 minutes.
Not good.
And they believe the only reason that Brady even like ran out there was because their golden retriever started barking and alerted him that something was wrong. So the dog is then running between the pool and the door being like, is someone going to help? The dog.
So sad.
And then you see him run outside and pull him out of the water. So it's not like he like didn't do anything then. Yeah.
Well, it's not like he realized of his own that it had been too long.
Yes. And he did not realize of his own accord. And so that is what came out in the police report. And that is why they were recommending to bring charges against him. And upon learning that, I've changed my opinion to that of, I think that he should rot in hell.
1000%.
And never be able to hold his son again because his other one is gone.
And listen, I still stand by, I don't think he did it purposefully. I don't
think he did it purposefully.
Exactly. Like the reasons I thought this was horrendous don't actually change for me from the police report, because even if this all happened in 4 minutes, the fact that you knew your fucking pool cover wasn't on and you let your 3-year-old go outside unattended is insane.
Totally.
Even if you thought your pool cover was on and you let your 3-year-old go out there unattended, it's insane. So for me,
I don't know if it's as insane if you think your pool cover's on and your kid's just playing in the backyard.
Because
people let their kids play in the backyard.
Yes, your older children, you're trusting, like, no offense to this net that they have a sponsorship for, who I'm sure is like trying to get 2 football fields between them and the Kisers.
Yeah.
You're trusting a mechanism with your child's life. I'm not that confident in pool covers. There's still a body of water underneath the pool cover. He still is not a swimmer. If I have a pool, my kid's not going out there unattended until they can swim and they're old enough to understand directions. Like at the baseball game we went to with Jack last weekend, he didn't understand that climbing between the two rows we were in was dangerous. He would just kind of like throw his body towards Tyler. He'd pick him up, put him down on the ground. And then we had to watch that he kept leaning forward. And I was afraid he was going to like lean too far forward because he has no concept of his body. That's the same age as this kid.
Right.
Like I kept thinking about him with Jack. Like these kids, it's not like I would say to Jack, like, sit back. You'd say, sit back. He's not like, oh, sorry. He doesn't know what that even means.
Yeah, he's like, but this is fun.
Yeah, like so to say to him, stay by the window, like, huh? What's a window?
No, I agree. I just think like the net, letting him play outside, that doesn't even factor into it. The 10 minutes.
Insane.
The fact that like they have footage of this like kid in the pool by himself for so long. Like if he would have realized 1 minute in and run out and he was in the pool, or 2 minutes in, I mean, it was just too long. Mm-hmm. And then later it came out that apparently he had placed a bet on that basketball game he was watching.
Which honestly is neither here nor there. Maybe he was watching it. Maybe he was on video game. Like,
oh, he said he was watching a basketball game.
But I mean, like maybe he was watching it because of the bet. Like maybe with or without the bet, he would have.
But I think it just shows maybe he's more invested in that game. He's not just like casually watching whatever's on TV.
Just a loser.
So my stance has changed. You are a horrible, horrible, horrible person. And I don't even want to say you're a parent because you don't deserve to be.
And I just implore all of you.
I know. Pool safety.
Pool
Here we
safety. Go. I mean it. I'm serious.
I'm serious.
I'm serious. Pools are scary. I digress. On to something that's not so scary to lift us up. I watched the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift. Well, I guess it's the New Heights podcast, but it was the Taylor Swift
the
Travis Kelce show. It was actually really cute. I know you're a hater of them.
No, I'm not a hater of them. I just was not like, I gotta watch this.
They just seem really in love and sweet and sincere. She talked a lot about the Eras tour and how it pushed her like beyond the limits of what she thought she could accomplish, and she was so happy she did it for the fans and like that Travis could support her. And they talked a lot about their life in the off season and like she's making bread and they're just spending time with his nieces. Like she just seems very content. I thought Jason Kelce, as the internet is saying, is such a good interviewer. He was asking such insightful, good questions. I was like, Jason, thank you. Like it wasn't fluff.
It wasn't just like, because he probably knows the answers to all these questions already.
Totally. But he asked a lot about the masters, which I thought was interesting, how she acquired her masters again. And she went into detail about that contract she originally signed and how she didn't have access to owning them and how important it was. And she got very choked up talking about it, that it was like her legacy and her work and her heart and soul poured into these songs. And it was crazy to her that she didn't own them. And I mean, you have to have like an hour and 50 minutes of your life to dedicate to this. It took me a couple of days to get through.
Yeah. My friend Morgan texted me and she was like, you have to watch. And I was like, well, let me just carve, 4 hours out of my day.
Yeah, I couldn't get it done in a sitting. It was like 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here. But I just think they seem, what I was struck by was like, she seemed so at peace and calm. And so did he. That's how I like judge if a couple's good for each other. Like they're just like not amped up and they were just so normal.
Well rooted.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I love these two together. There's a rumor that they're already married or engaged. I hope it's true.
Was that one of her Easter eggs?
I don't think it was an Easter egg anywhere. She said, she did say something interesting, that she never does any Easter eggs for her personal life.
Oh, they're just about her.
They're like just about music. She's like, I love like numerology and I love the mystery of it. And so like, it's fun for me to come up with these little Easter eggs for the fans who want to get invested in them, but they're only about music. I'm never going to leave an Easter egg about my personal life. That's like off limits. And she was like, what I do with them also can be ignored. Like if you're just a fan of music who wants to listen to my music, cool. You don't have to like go on an Easter egg hunt. She was like, that's fine. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, cool.
If her and Travis were married, wouldn't that be public record? Like,
yes, it should be.
Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't someone know that it was filed in some state somewhere?
Yeah, unless like they haven't filed the paperwork, like they had a ceremony and are like gonna wait so they're not legally
So they're
married.
not legally married.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, those things can't really be kept a secret.
No, that's true. But they definitely could be engaged.
I have heard, I haven't watched yet, but I've heard that like they actually seemed like a really normal couple for being so,
Rich and famous.
yeah, insanely famous. I've heard a lot of buzz that like people are curious to see how this affects his season because, you know, so much like publicity and like,
Right. Being in the spotlight.
yeah.
I'm surprised he's still playing, but
Really?
I kind of am.
Is he even like close to retirement?
I think people were wondering if he was coming back, and last season was so. And so people were like,
so they're in the Super Bowl.
his performance.
Oh, yes.
Like
was
he did
great.
not perform the way he typically has. But I mean, he and his brother very clearly have a love of the game. So
Big football guys.
big football guys. And they're like, there's something about the dichotomy of like the Kelsey brothers and Taylor Swift, which is so interesting. Like Jason kept giving him shit for using big words. And he was like, and the crazy thing is before you met Taylor, you didn't even know that word. Like they just were like very much themselves, and she was very much herself, and it didn't feel like anyone was putting on.
Where is their like home base?
They never said their specific home base. They did keep saying like the house. Like I think they live together. Like she was talking about when she found out she bought her master's, how she ran in to tell him and she was crying and he was playing video games. And he was like, it's really interesting to see what Taylor gets up to around the house and when the tour is not going on. And so I think they're living together. There were reports that they were just looking at houses in Cleveland, like where he grew up.
Oh.
She has a house in Nashville that they've been together at. He has a house in Kansas City that they've been together at.
I would have thought maybe Philly because Jason lives there and she's from there.
I know they don't. Neither of them, I'm pretty confident, owns a home there. Now
Okay.
they could be staying somewhere. Like she could have rented a fucking.
I just would have
mansion.
thought that like if they were going to buy a house, maybe.
I know. I'm surprised, but I think Donna Kelsey's still in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I think both his parents are still there. I don't know.
Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, Cleveland Heights. But it seems like she sees Jason and Kylie and their girls a lot. Like she was talking about how whenever she's with the girls, they put sprinkles and everything. And
They're probably like, okay, my aunt is Taylor Swift.
no, literally.
Like, I feel like I would have to have a talk with them every day about like being humble.
100%.
Like, it does not matter.
They're going to school talking about this.
Everyone has an aunt who they feel is special.
But they're like, but my aunt
But my aunt is Taylor Swift.
like,
What do you do?
oh, like someone's like, my aunt took me shopping this weekend. They're like, that's really interesting. Anyways, my aunt Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we were at the Airways tour.
Literally.
I don't know. Like, how do you keep their heads from getting like so inflated that they just float away?
I feel like if anyone could do it, it's Kylie Kelsey.
Yeah,
She was
just smack them around a little.
Taylor was telling a really funny story about how the first time she met Jason, he was like drinking a shit ton and was like ran up to Kylie and was like, I want to go do this crazy thing with the Bills fans with like this like table and like this thing they're doing. And Kylie goes, okay, can we not do that right now? And Taylor goes, and I've since heard Kylie say that hundreds of times to your 4-year-old.
Okay, good idea. Maybe not right
Can
now.
we not do that right now?
Yeah,
So I was laughing. Yeah, they were giving normal.
normal vibes.
Normal.
I did hear. I watched a clip that was more about the music, which is really more what I care about than
She did talk about it.
the publicity of the two of them as a couple. That Life of a Showgirl is like mostly all like it's a departure from like the Jack Antonoff,
Yes.
and it's like mostly her and Max Martin, who did like Reputation, Bad Blood, Blank Space, like the mega
Bangers.
bangers. So I'm hoping it's an album of bangers.
I think it will be. I think she's in a good place. I think when she's in a good place, it's good music. Did you see them ask Margaret Qualley? Is that how you say her last name?
Qualley.
Qualley about the album because she's married to Jack Antonoff, and like it's very clear that he's not a part of the album. And it was so awkward.
Oh, really?
On like Good Morning America, they were like, so we saw that Taylor Swift has a new album coming out. Anything you can share with us about it? And she was like, no, but I'm sure it's great. Like, bitch, do your research.
Dad.
So awkward.
I have heard buzzing that there's a couple songs on there that could be about Blake Lively.
Well, sign me up.
There's one called Ruin the Friendship and another called Cancelled.
I mean, I hate Blake Lively, so.
They are not on good terms. It's clear.
Because Blake Lively's a nut job.
Speaking of being a godmother, now what?
Well,
Taylor's a godmother to 2 of her kids?
Yeah, not to say she can't still support them. It's like how Larsa Pippen said that Kim Kardashian and her daughter still have a great relationship because Kim Kardashian's her daughter's godmother.
But Kim and Larsa
hate each other.
Really?
Hate.
But Kim's big enough to look past it.
Exactly. You can still be a good godmother. If Morgan hit me with her car, I would still be there for Miles.
But you'd also be like, what the fuck, Morgan?
Totally. But I wouldn't let Miles know about it.
No, you'd be like, but Miles, we're good.
We're cool. We're good.
Just like Kim and Larsa.
Exactly. I often think that that Morgan and I are the Kim and Larsa of this group.
Well, here's a piece of more
scientific
news.
Okay.
And I know how you feel about designer babies.
Ugh, okay.
But
I hope this doesn't cancel us, my take on designer babies.
So in Silicon Valley, people are paying for really crazy genetic testing. And for families that choose to do IVF, a lot of families are apparently choosing to do IVF, even if they're not struggling to get pregnant, because of this
technology.
Yes. The ability to test their genes for different things. And this comes as more rich people express interest in genetic optimization, which critics believe is really just more of a step away from eugenics. Just a small...
Sounds pretty Nazi to me.
Step away, yeah. So the next thing with designer babies, because up till now it could be really more like hair color, eye color, gender, etc. I don't feel like people picking gender via IVF is like a designer baby.
It is.
Gender?
Yes. You're still picking.
But
let me clarify my stance so people do not
But
get
you're
the wrong
implanting.
idea. But let me do not...
They're not implanting 1 million embryos right now. So you're having your embryos tested to make sure that they don't have anything. And then you're just saying you're supposed to just say to the doctor, do whichever.
Yes. Do whichever is the best embryo.
If they're all equal.
If they're all equal. So
if they're all equal, they're going to say, do you want the male or female embryo?
And then I say, you pick.
So someone's designing them, just not
sure,
you.
Fine.
If you justify it in your head that way. I don't think picking a gender is that bad.
Let me clarify my stance. I am all for genetic testing. I think it's, if you're able to afford it, I know that insurance doesn't cover it. If you're able to ensure that everything with your pregnancy is safe and healthy and you're choosing the healthiest, meaning most viable for a healthy, full life embryo or baby. Good with that, great with that, perfect. Where I start to feel like it crosses the line is when you're choosing things that have no bearing on the life and health of your child. They're just things you would like more. And it's like, this is not a car. This is a human.
No, I understand. I also don't think that doing IVF, if you don't have any trouble getting pregnant naturally, I don't agree with that at all because why?
And why are you taking resources from people who do need IVF? That's the other thing. There's a limited amount of IVF resources and doctors. And so you're going into the line for people who really do want to be parents and can't do it naturally.
Yeah, and supply and demand. It's like the more rich people that do this and are using IVF, then it's just more expensive for the people who really need to actually do IVF.
Totally think it's crazy to do it just out of general interest. But beyond that, when you start picking details about your child, I just think you're setting yourself up for some issues.
Okay, so this is the new step beyond that they've figured out how to test genetically, is that they are able to predict IQ.
Oh my fuck, this is creepy as shit.
Companies are robbing the cradle with price tags of up to $50,000 for the service, which they say uses genetic tests to screen for IQ when selecting embryos to implant for IVF. The growing movement comes as pronatalists like Elon Musk have urged those with higher IQs on paper to procreate. Bioethicists question the ethics and fairness of such genetic screening. noting that designer babies are a really slippery slope. Traditionally, genetic testing has been offered to make sure embryos don't have genetic markers for life-altering or life-threatening diseases, of course. Some experts have raised flags about the ethics of screening for conditions such as Down syndrome, but IQ is a whole other gray area. Of course, if people pay to predict IQ, the science isn't a guarantee, but they're working on honing it so that it's more accurate.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though. So you're like, I want the smartest boy. You have this child.
Yeah, like, do you want a... That's not a guarantee
Yes.
when you have a child.
But so, exactly. But then so you're told it is. But there are tons of people out there who have high IQs, who underperform, who don't have the social skills to back it
Or
up.
like, what if they're a really smart boy, but then they're like murdery?
Yes, like you're playing with
You
fate.
can't predict for all of those things.
Exactly. And it's creepy, and it just speaks to the sort of parent I think you're going to be, kind of, not to make a generalization. You should be having a child because you really want to be a parent, and you want to have a child to raise and nurture and love for whomever that child is. And when you start sticking
Low IQ or not.
dumb as shit or not.
Yeah.
And so when you start sticking your hands in the pot and like playing with it, and then it doesn't turn out exactly how you had predicted because now you have this false sense of control, are you still showing up as a parent? Like, are you still giving them what they deserve?
I
Or are you
wonder if they would
disappointed?
argue that they're hoping to give them the best opportunity at success.
No, because I don't think there are things that you can't measure in your child that are oftentimes the biggest predictor of success. Empathy, kindness, likability, social skills.
Yeah.
Like things that no test can tell you are really typically the biggest indicator for how successful your child's going to be. Just ick. I have the ick.
I know you hate that.
I hate it.
I don't love the IQ thing. It's just like,
And then what? We have a bunch of extremely smart, but like,
yeah, then we have a bunch of like Elon Musk
exactly.
running around.
No,
Ugh.
thank you. And you're fucking with the balance. Like the universe writes itself. It reminds me of like when China would only let people have one child. And so people were discarding their girls in what was like a huge tragedy in the world.
We just talked to our nail ladies about
Yes.
this. It was
and
fascinating.
there was such an imbalance.
But our nail girls are
Vietnamese.
but they knew a lot about it.
Yeah. So we were discussing it, and it created an imbalance because you had all these people choosing to only have sons. So now you're fucking with like the general balance of the universe by all deciding to have one gender, or like you need all types to make the world go round.
It takes all types.
Like,
I agree.
Who's gonna? Yeah. Okay. So I have a daily dilemma for you.
Great.
This girl writes in, she and her husband have been married for like 5 years. He is one of 3 brothers. And from the moment that her husband brought her home, it's been very clear that her in-laws aren't obsessed with her, to say the least.
Okay.
Always comparing her to her sisters-in-law, who are a little bit more of their vibe. They come from a lot of money. They have jobs that they really respect.
Oh, she comes from a family with not much money?
No, she comes from like a normal middle class family, but they're just of a different financial standing, different elk. And they have jobs that the parents really respect. They're very, one's like a lawyer, one works in commercial real estate. Like they're very financially savvy.
Okay.
She went to college. She had a great job when they met. She's since become a stay-at-home mom, which her in-laws absolutely hate. Just do not think it speaks to like high achieving behavior.
Of course.
So there's always a lot of friction. And she's like, I honestly, it didn't matter if I'd kept my old job. They wouldn't have really liked it. I was a teacher. Now I'm a stay-at-home mom. They feel like I don't contribute enough. Like it's a whole thing.
Classic.
So she just kind of like bites her tongue a lot. Like it's not worth it. They do see her husband's family a lot. They're very good to her children. Her children love being with their cousins. She has no problem with her sisters-in-law and her brothers-in-law. So she's like, I can deal with your bullshit in my own way. But her and her husband do kind of like argue about it occasionally.
Mainly about his parents.
His parents. Like the way his parents will like dismiss her or cut her off or like talk down to her or just kind of make her feel very intentionally less than.
Okay.
So,
and her husband justifies it by being like, just ignore them.
Just saying like, that's how they are. Like, there's nothing we can do. Like, I've tried to talk to them, but like,
that's obviously not how I feel.
That's not how I feel. They're not ever going to change. Like, I know that they're crazy. You know they're crazy. My brothers know that they're crazy. Like, they're the only people not in on it. And she usually is like, that's enough for me. They were at a family birthday party a few weeks ago, and her in-laws came in like very hot. Like, something had pissed them off before they'd gotten there. They were already like very nitpicky. They were like nitpicking at her the way that she talked to her kids. They were saying like, for a stay-at-home mom, your kids don't behave that well. Like,
woof.
Like, kind of making her feel shitty that like, you're not even doing a great job of being a stay-at-home mom, and like comparing her to her sisters-in-law. Like, oh, well, this one has this one in this activity, and this nanny is so great for her, and like their kids have so much structure, and like there's just ways that you could be doing your like menial job of being a stay-at-home mom better. She's like, I'm not proud of it, but I snapped. Like,
at this family birthday party. I
made a scene. My husband and I are like bickering pretty loudly. I leave. I go out to the car. I'm like pissed. Mind you, no one comes after me. Like, I leave. I go sit in the car for a little bit to cool down. I come back in. My husband's like, just drop it. Just drop it. We'll talk about it later. She's like, no, you need to say something to them. He's like, this is not the place. Like, this is all of my family here. It's not going to be productive. The parents get wind of it. They're sniping at her. All to say, all of them end up leaving the party early and have not spoken about it in 2 weeks.
Or to each other? They have not spoken at all.
And she said, this is how it typically is. Like, a couple weeks will pass. Someone will call and ask if we want to go to dinner. We will. And we'll all pretend this never happened.
Oh.
She's like, the only thing that's different about this is that I snapped. Typically, I just like, take it. And her husband is like, no, I know, but there's really nothing I can do. And she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? If he's not willing to stand up for me, I don't really feel like I can stand up to them. I just can't keep taking this. So she came to us,
and she's come to us.
She's come to the right place.
So her question is like, does she tell her husband to like put his foot down with his family?
Yes. Or does she go to them and like have a conversation and be like, enough is enough?
Or do nothing?
Or just like follow the family protocol?
That's tough.
It's a doozy. Families are so tough.
Why though is her husband not like stepping up more?
She didn't say. I would assume this is how his parents have always been. It sounds like their boys just kind of like don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Don't want to ruffle even one feather.
Not even one feather on the chicken. And I think it's just one of those complicated situations where it's like they've done this for so long that he probably doesn't even know how to begin a conversation where he's pushing back at them.
Interesting. It's so hard because like they're obviously like loving and supportive in their own way. Like, it's not like they're bad people.
No, she makes it sound like they're just cold people who are like this to their own children too. Just like very high expectations and very opinionated.
And we've said it before, like to come in and change an entire family dynamic is impossible. Like they're not going to be like your family ever. It sounds like.
No,
they're so different from you guys. I think she said her mother-in-law and her actually have an okay relationship when it's like just the two of them. That like the father-in-law is really more the like poke the bear guy. And so I was thinking you should ask your mother-in-law to lunch and just say like, I really, really want to keep spending as much time with you as we do. My kids love you guys. You love our kids. But if I keep getting treated this way, I can't. I don't want my kids to see this sort of behavior. This is not how we talk to them. I don't want them to think it's okay for people to talk to them the way that we talk to each other. Right.
And so can we come up with a way? I'm not asking you to like not have your opinions, but like if you have an issue with something we're doing, can you come to me directly? Or like, can we come up with a system where you don't feel like you're changing your whole personality and your thoughts, but I don't feel attacked all the time?
I just feel like when it's one-on-one, maybe that could get misconstrued. Like, so then she goes home. I mean, then she has a good relationship with the mother-in-law.
Like when it's just the two of them.
Okay.
But the mother-in-law also like won't say anything to the father-in-law.
But I'm saying like maybe the mother-in-law goes home and says a different tale of the version and tells the sister-in-law, something else. So like sometimes I think like it's better to just all sit down and try to get on the same page, so that then later, if the father-in-law is like, well, you know, they don't even want blah, 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 then the mother-in-law can be like, that's not what they said.
Yeah.
But I obviously think having a conversation is necessary. Like, we're going to be spending a lot more time together in this lifetime. So
buckle up, everyone.
Let's make it enjoyable, at least.
And I think ultimately, like, it is your husband's job.
Agreed.
He has to really set the tone. Like, we're not, like, if they start talking to you in a shitty way, we're leaving. Like, he has to kind of retrain them.
Yeah.
With the boundaries that are going to be healthy for everyone. And if he's not willing to do that, that's something you have to start with the two of you. Like, if he's not willing to stand up for you, it's a real fucking issue.
Yeah, then you have to talk to your husband first.
Because, like, I'm thankful I don't have the situation, but there's no way that my mom talking shitty to Tyler would fly. I'd be like, okay, have you had some sort of aneurysm?
Yeah, that's enough.
You know, it's just, like, not appropriate. And he
Totally.
wouldn't let his family. So, like, I think the root of the issue is probably the two of you need to get on the same page and then decide what's good to talk to the whole group about.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry about that, though.
Yeah, have like a little powwow, the two of you, and then bring it to the group and just be like, face it head on. Like, I feel like you treat me like this, whether you agree that you do or not. And maybe it's more of like a subtle feeling that you haven't even recognized that I'm picking up on. This is how I feel when I'm in your presence.
Like, you make me feel like shit.
Yes. Yeah. And like, that's just my reality.
And if you don't mean to do it, great. Then we can work on fixing it. And if
Right.
you do, then we have a real problem.
Right.
Like, if someone's like, well, I don't mean to make you feel that way. Amazing.
Then let's change
then
it.
you should be willing to make changes because you're saying you don't want me to feel that way.
Totally.
But wow, sorry about that.
That's tough.
It's tough. Families can be hard.
Give that a go, though.
Let us know how it goes.
And I'll call you later.
Call you later. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.